Welcome to my channel. What if the most helpful product review you ever read on Amazon was written by a serial killer? What if that friendly 5-star feedback about a padlock, a folding shovel, or pepper spray was actually a dark, teasing confession? Today, we dive into one of the most chilling and bizarre true crime cases of the internet age, the case of Todd Kohlhepp, a man whose deadly double life was partially exposed through something as simple as online shopping. So here's the question. Can a 5-star review help catch a murderer? Stick around. The answer may leave you stunned. Todd Kohlhepp was a successful real estate broker in South Carolina. Well-dressed, articulate, seemingly professional. To clients and coworkers, he was just another ambitious businessman. But behind that polished exterior was a calculating predator with a violent history and an obsession with control. Back in 1987, when he was just 15, Kohlhepp committed his first known violent crime, a brutal kidnapping and sexual assault of a 14-year-old girl in Arizona. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison and registered as a sex offender for life. After his release, he legally changed states and somehow managed to build a new identity. He earned a degree, got licensed as a real estate agent by falsely stating he had no felony record, and started his own brokerage firm. Nobody dug deeper. Over the next decade, he sold homes, hired assistants, and lived in a spacious property near Woodruff, South Carolina. But what no one knew was that his past hadn't stayed behind. In fact, he had never stopped fantasizing about power, captivity, and control. The case began to unravel in 2016 when a couple named Kayla Brown and Charles Carver mysteriously vanished. They had gone to view a property Kohlhepp claimed he wanted to buy. Days turned into weeks, and nobody knew what happened until police traced Kayla's last cell phone signal to Todd's property. There, in the woods, authorities heard something, banging, muffled cries. They discovered Kayla Brown alive, chained inside a metal shipping container. She had been kept there for 2 months. Her boyfriend, Charles, had already been murdered and buried nearby. And that was only the beginning. As they dug further, police uncovered a mass of horrors. Multiple graves on Kohlhepp's property. The remains of Johnny and Megan Coxey, a couple who had gone missing the year before, were found buried in shallow pits. Kohlhepp confessed to killing them too, but the biggest shock came when he casually admitted to an unsolved mass shooting from 2003. 4 people had been murdered execution-style inside a superbike motorsports shop in Chesney, South Carolina. It had stumped investigators for 13 years. Kohlhepp described the scene in chilling detail. Why did he do it? Because, in his words, they laughed at me. And then came the reviews. Investigators began searching Kohlhepp's online accounts. That's when they stumbled upon his Amazon profile. At first glance, it looked normal. But then, something caught their eye. One review, for a master lock, read, "Solid lock. Have 5 on a shipping container. Won't stop them, but sure will slow them down till they're too late." Another, for a folding shovel, said, "Keep in the car for when you have to hide the bodies and you left the full-size shovel at home. Does not come with a midget, which would have been nice." And yet another, for a tactical knife, warned, "Haven't stabbed anyone yet, but I am keeping the dream alive, and when I do, it will be with a quality tool like this." Each review was posted under his real name, with public wish lists full of bondage gear, stun batons, and tactical supplies. What had once seemed like dark humor suddenly read like a diary, or worse, a trophy collection. As investigators combed through his properties and digital records, the truth became undeniable. Todd Kohlhepp was a serial killer hiding in plain sight. A man who lived in the modern world, used social media, ran a business, and left subtle digital fingerprints along the way. In total, he confessed to 7 murders. He was sentenced to 7 consecutive life sentences without parole. In court, he showed little emotion. When asked about the reviews, he smirked and said, "Nobody really reads that stuff anyway." Except someone did. Todd Kohlhepp wasn't a monster from a movie. He was a man who blended into everyday life, smiled for photos, sold houses, and wrote product reviews. Evil doesn't always wear a mask. Sometimes it looks like the guy next door. That's why staying alert, trusting your instincts, and protecting your personal space isn't paranoia. It's survival. Let's learn from these dark chapters, not just watch them. Safety tips. What we can learn from the Todd Kohlhepp case. 1. Never go alone to meet a stranger, even for work. If you're going to meet someone you don't know well, whether it's a real estate showing, a job interview, or a freelance gig, bring a friend, or at the very least, tell multiple people where you're going, who you're meeting, and when you expect to return. Share your live location, if possible. 2. Always verify credentials. Don't trust a fancy title. Kohlhepp was a licensed real estate agent who passed background checks by lying. Just because someone has a business card, website, or title doesn't mean they're safe. Use official state or government websites to verify licenses and criminal records. 3. Meet in public spaces, not private properties. If you're going to meet someone from the internet, for business, buying, selling items, or any service, insist on meeting in a public place, preferably one with surveillance cameras. Police departments now offer safe exchange zones for this purpose. 4. Look for warning signs in behavior or speech. Many predators drop subtle red flags. In Kohlhepp's case, his Amazon reviews were dark and suspicious. If someone makes repeated disturbing jokes, seems obsessed with violence or control, or deflects basic questions, take it seriously. Creepy isn't quirky. It's a warning. 5. Don't overshare online. People like Kohlhepp use social media to stalk, gather information, and plan. Avoid publicly posting your exact schedule, home location, or travel plans. Keep your profiles private. The less they know, the safer you are. 6. Let someone track your location. Use apps like Find My, Life360, or Google Maps sharing to let a trusted friend or family member track your location in real time during meetings or trips with strangers. 7. Never enter a remote location without backup. Kohlhepp lured victims to an isolated property. If someone insists you meet in a secluded area, bring another person, don't go at night, and have an exit plan. If something feels off, trust that instinct and walk away. 8. Use a fake phone number or alias for online listings. When selling or buying something online, use services like Google Voice or a temporary email. Don't give out your full name or address unless absolutely necessary, and only once trust has been established. 9. Trust your instincts, even if it feels rude. If you feel unsafe or unsure, you don't owe anyone politeness. Don't worry about hurting someone's feelings. Worry about staying alive. Leave, cancel, block, report. 10. Report suspicious activity. Immediately. If someone seems dangerous, whether it's in person or online, don't hesitate to report it to the police, the platform they used, or a trusted organization. Your report could save someone else's life. Kohlhepp's case is a haunting reminder of how evil can wear a friendly face, and how our digital lives may hold more clues than we realize. Even something as mundane as an online product review can reveal a twisted mind, if we know how to look. So, to answer the earlier question, yes, a 5-star review helped catch a killer, and it might just be one of the strangest clues in criminal history. Thanks for watching. If you want more eerie stories, unsolved cases, and modern-day mysteries, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Stay aware. Stay smart.